I'm Lisa Brazil, and I've worked at Ignite Social Media since we opened our doors in 2007. And one of the primary complaints that I've heard from brands over the years is that they're producing a lot of content, and they're doing that on a day-to-day basis, and they're still not really sure what they've gotten at the end of the day, what business results they've driven. And so we started thinking here at Ignite Social Media, there's got to be a better way of planning content and boosting content to audiences. And the traditional editorial calendar way, where we look at days of the week that people don't really care about anymore, isn't really working. And so we thought about developing a new approach, and we're calling that the Content That Converts Full Funnel Program approach. And what that does is really follows and mirrors the customer journey more closely than some of the traditional editorial planning processes that we've been using over the years. So let me talk a little bit about how the full funnel approach actually works. The first step is where we start with the customer profile. And this customer profile allows us to really understand your target audience and their particular customer journey as it applies to your brand. So we sit down with you, we map out the different conversion touch points of the customer, and that allows us to then build in the next step a scenario planning process where we can really think about what kind of content will reach this person as they go through the customer journey. And then what does our media targeting really look like when they're at a certain point? So let's say they go to your website, but then they drop off. How is that content really tailored to that experience, and how does it pull them further down the funnel? The next step is really creating great content, and this is where our content team thinks about not just the content that will resonate with your target audience, but also how does that content, how is it tailored to really leverage the ad units available and meet the objectives at the particular stage of the journey that it's designed for. And finally, our media team, even though they're really involved from the customer scenario planning process, that's really where they're leveraging the ad units, the ad targeting, and really help optimize the content that's designed for each stage of the journey. So they're really in there optimizing and creating some efficiencies along the way. From partners in our beta program, we've been able to see that this approach really works. For one lifestyle brand, we were able to generate a 29% increase in referrals with 50% less advertising spend. And for another healthcare client, we were able to drive 23% more impressions, 142% more clicks, while saving them over $186,000 in media that they didn't have to spend to achieve those results. And for a fashion client, we were able to increase impressions by 51%, engagements by 33%, and online revenue by 76%. If you're interested in seeing how we can apply this approach to your brand, please fill out the contact form, and we'd love to get a conversation started.